North Dakota today, a lot of things shape your expectation of marriage. It could be movies, TV shows, a lot of pop culture, even our previous relationships can shape it. But how many of those expectations are based in reality?
Patty Teagle is a marriage counselor here in Bismarck, and she's here to help us to get a reality check this morning. Good morning, Patty.
Right?
Yeah, let's hope.
This is really some deep water we're going to wade into. I mean, because there's so much here we could talk about. You know,
We'll be here all day.
Yeah, we fall in love, the dopamine's flowing, the infatuation's going, it's so romantic, and we have one set of expectations, and then something happens after we tie the knot. What happens?
Life keeps going on,
Reality.
right?
Yeah, life happens. Yeah.
Is this unusual, though?
No. I think we all come in with expectations to relationships, whether it's, just in general to our relationships or once we're married. We've brought all these things with us. We've read the fairy tales when we were growing up, happily ever after, right? He's going to be Prince Charming. Everything will be great. We won't need to work at it. And so we come in with all of this stuff. We've seen our parents and the way they do things, so we may expect it's going to be just like that or nothing like that.
Right.
Was that necessarily a bad thing? If you look at your own parents' marriage, or if you look at a previous relationship, and there were obviously some mistakes there, I mean, can't you approach a relationship thinking, I'm not going to do that at least.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do this. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's when we have those expectations that we hold so dear and we maybe don't communicate it with each other. We maybe have unrealistic expectations like you talked about right away. Those start to become a problem.
And I think the personalities of our parents are different than the personality of our spouse. So if we try to go in there with the exact same expectations, we're dealing with a whole different person than that relationship previous,
Yeah.
What do you think are the biggest or the most unrealistic expectations people have when they go into marriage?
Well, maybe that we're going to change the other person.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Gotta agree with it. Well, I hear that all the time. Well, I know he's not perfect, but I'll change him when we get married. It'll all be different.
Or it'll change.
It'll change.
Yeah. Different, something's going to be different, and some things might, but it's not. These huge things that are kind of deal breakers are not just magically going to go away when we put the ring on and we say the vows.
You have to work at it. It's like your body, Kevin, right? If you're not working
Right.
on your marriage, if you're not working on your body, nothing's happening, nothing's changing, it's probably getting worse. So
And you can have a great relationship and you still need to be working on it.
Absolutely.
Well, how about this for an unrealistic expectation that it'll all be happy, it'll all be great, nothing will change. But in my book, people change, relationships change, relationships evolve.
Yeah.
And if you're not changing,
Yeah.
like you just said,
Yeah.
if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least that's the way I look at it.
I believe that too.
Yeah, and we need to work together through those changes. I mean, we're bound to have changes in our marriage. We might buy a house, we might move, we might lose a job, we might get a new job, we might have kids. And so there's constant change going on for us.
I just read something yesterday. It said when someone wins an argument in the relationship loses because it shouldn't be one person winning the argument.
Right.
It should be unity in a team. And I thought,
Right.
oh, that's so good. When one person wins, really, the team loses.
We both lose.
Yeah, because it's about working through it, not saying I won that argument.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who, quickly in your practice, and I assume you deal with this quite a lot, are you hearing more women coming to you with unrealistic expectations, or is it guys?
I think it's everybody. I think that they're not even always wrong. It's preferences. If I expect I'm going to stay home and my husband thinks I'm going to work, or vice versa, neither one is wrong, but they're a preference. And so we need to talk about that instead of getting upset and not communicating it. That
You would think they'd talk about this before
you would think,
they
right?
exchange the vows there. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here on North Dakota Today. And when we come back, more about unrealistic expectations.